So folks, come and look at this, because we've had a fantastic day. Look at this for a venue, Docklow Pools. Get this in, Baz. Look how beautiful Docklow Pools is. It's a beautiful day, beautiful spring day, I'm going to say. And we have had an amazing session with the underwater cameras. We've got the underwater cameras out there in the swim. I've been on the box today for our main video on the Edge website, and it has been fantastic fishing. We've had roach, eyed, F1s, skimmers, hybrids. It's been brilliant. All taking the hook bait right in front of the camera. We've seen different feed rates and it's been fantastic. But as is always the case, Lee has decided to jump on the box while we're packing up, and he's absolutely slaying the fish. So
tell you what, Rob,
he's decided to look at that for a beautiful fish.
Unbelievable.
Look at the colours on him.
The fishing's unbelievable. So look at him, he's an absolute beauty. Look at that. Golden he is in the sun, golden, fish. Absolutely. Like you've just been saying, Rob, our focus today has been on fishing shallow, hasn't it? So we've looked at underwater shallow fishing. It's been unbelievable.
I tell you what happened. Just tell everyone what happened. The sun came out. You can see it's a beautiful day. The sun came out. It made a massive difference to the fishing. Those fish seem to shy away from that bright sun. They seem to drop down in the water, and it's snow.
Is that snow?
I mean, it's
is
cold.
Is that just me?
It's cold, but it's not.
Why is it
snow?
snowing?
That's snow, yeah. Yeah.
How is it snowing?
It's unbelievable.
The sun's shining. There isn't a cloud in the sky. Is this some sort of Docklow magic or what? What?
There was snow on the hills on the way.
Just
here.
look at the sky, Baz. Where's the sun? Where's the snow? Yeah. So we're bagging in the snow at Docklow. That's what you actually want to say, Rob.
We were catching loads of fish shallow. The sun came out. Those fish dropped down, and Lee actually made a few tactical changes. We'd got a fantastic video out of today anyway, really eye-opening video, but Lee's made a few changes, fed a lot heavier, and you know when I've had it, Lee's had it in the past, you fish these winter silverfish matches and you have a fantastic day catching those normal silverfish, and then the last hour turns into a carp fest, and you can't get away from these carp and these F1s that quite often don't count in these silverfish matches. Well, we've shot a little bit of video just to show you guys how to make the most of those fish, because quite often they do actually count in matches, especially this springtime period. They're going to be really important, those bonus late big fish. So next time Lee comes in, hopefully he gets a fish in a minute, but next time Lee comes in, we'll run through his rig, we'll run through how he's feeding the swim. We don't want to go into too much detail because obviously that's on the main video on the website, but I think it'd be worth running through all of the approach that he's put into place for just this last half hour of the session.
I think the key is, Rob, is that what we've done is there's loads of fish at Docklow, right? And the key today has been, like you say, it's been finding them. So we're coming towards the end of the session and we're literally just packing up, but the fishing is amazing. So I've just dropped onto the bottom. My rig is dead simple. It's just a 412s F1 maggot with a few strung out number 10s. I've got a size 16 onto 010, nothing crazy, but I mean at this rate that we're catching, we'd catch 70, 80 pounds, wouldn't we? It's unbelievable fishing. So, you know, I've just got a tub of casters here because we were fishing shallow earlier. I'm going to just thread that caster on the hook like that. So just
just go into detail with that caster, because hooking casters, we'll go into a bit of detail with it, because I don't think you're going to be able to bury it with that hook, are you?
No, because it's a 16. It's a 16 SFL, and when it's too big a hook for me to, in my opinion, nick. So I like to hide a lot of the hook by like threading it on, if you like. And I believe that makes a big difference, because you hide a bit of the hook, but you've still got it exposed. Look at those ducks. Anybody here not like ducks when they're fishing? I love going with my lads and feeding the ducks. So can they just stay where I go feeding them, not where I'm fishing? That'd be great. But look, I'm feeding a lot more heavier. I'm putting 25, so I've got a caveat that I'm on your gear today, Rob. I've got to say that. So I've jumped on Rob's box. So like I'm feeding like 25 or so casters. I'm trying to be as accurate as I can. And what's happening is you get runs of like silverfish. So I'm going in. I mean, I've sort of had an hour just while we were packing the cameras away, and I'll go in and I'll catch like a skimmer, an eyed, a hybrid, big roach, that sort of thing. It's been beautiful fishing. And then, as you just saw, an F1. and it's almost like the F1s come in packs, like gangs, and when they come in, you've got to almost control what you're doing as quick as possible. Because
do you think, Lee, you know when we were catching those silvers earlier shallow, do you think those F1s came in and unsettled the silvers?
I think that's exactly what happened, mate. I think those F1s came in. Might have been a bit foul look, that one. I think those F1s came in. I'll just do that hooking again for the guys at home. I think those F1s came in exactly what you've said there. Look, half on the hook. And they just unsettled. That they basically meant that I think that with a little bit of sunshine, it spooked the fish that were shallow, and I think that little bit of sunshine spurred the F1s on to have a feed, a little bit of warmth. So I think the two things combined basically, attracted more fish into the peg. So again, just try.
It's amazing fishing, isn't it? Because you know what, the air temperature, as it's proved with a bit of snow, it's not exactly boiling hot, is it? It's not exactly springtime weather yet.
7 degrees, isn't it? That's temperature. Obviously,
the extra hours of daylight and just those little triggers have kicked on these fish into feeding, haven't they?
Yeah, I mean, this is. I think about some of the films we did this time last year and the year before, Rob. Some great videos where we looked at stuff, and we'd be fishing in the early part of the day up until like 1-2 o'clock, and the fishing would be okay, and then we'd reach the end of the day. And it was like the fishing was like peak summer, brilliant, like even better than peak summer, like real spells of bagging. And I think that's one of the things that, and as anglers, we kind of forget, this time of year, I reckon your last hour is probably worth your last 3 hours combined a lot of the time, So, just by mixing it up a little bit, just have to be a little bit more patient. I think a bigger fish is coming to the peg, which is why I'm having to be a little bit more patient.
Yeah, you just foul ups and lost one as well, didn't you?
Yeah, I personally, when the silvers are there, it's like, whoa, one a chuck. And then I think like the silvers almost back off and there's only maybe an odd silver, but also I think those F1s come in. So it wouldn't surprise me if the next fish we hook, we see 9 Dura Hollow tearing across the lake.
Just for everyone at home then, Lee, talk to them where they can watch the videos that we've been shooting today, because I think today's video was our sixth underwater experiment.
Yeah, we've done a lot of underwater,
and it's detailed, isn't it?
Yeah, for me, this is one of the greatest underwaters we've ever done, because when you're fishing shallow, I've always been so curious about what happens. How do the fish attack your bait? Where do they attack it from? How do they? When I miss a bite, am I missing a bite from a fish in its mouth? Am I missing a bite because the fish has swum into the line? What does the maggot look like? How much do I need to feed? And all of those questions I've had answered today. I am adamant next time I fish shallow, I will catch more fish because of what I've watched today.
It's changed my shallow fishing today. Just a couple of little things
massively
that I've never done really before. And I will do that as a rule from now on, just from today's session, from watching it underwater.
A bit of brainstorming whilst watching underwater footage, Rob. There's me, you, the camera team got involved. Yeah. We're watching it live. We are watching the footage live as we go, and it's all there for the guys. So you can watch it on our website, anglingedge.co.uk. That's where you can see all our detailed videos. Just subscribe to the channel, and then obviously you can watch all the other underwater videos as well. But if you're already a subscriber, you get to look forward to it. Get over there now and watch it, because quite frankly, it's been an amazing day. So I've loved it.